Hello Internet, this is Riceball again with a sorta, I don't know, kind of podcasty introduction video. I already made that one unboxing vid for Monster Apocalypse. This is just to, you know, set some details people might want to know about or whatever. But yeah, I just started painting my 40k miniatures again, mainly these Eldar Guardian stuff. I don't have a job, so I can't really have a lot of access to a shitload of units, but I actually started getting into wargaming when I was in like the 4th or 5th grade. The funny story is I played this one game, Lord of the Rings 2 Towers. I guess that one video game on the PS2 I got for Christmas, and in the instruction booklet there was a ad for Games Workshop's Lord of the Rings miniature tabletop war game. At the same time, I was getting into D&D. Of course, I didn't have a lot of people to play with. They weren't interested. Most of my friends were playing Halo at the time, so I didn't really get to live out that tabletop RPG, dream. Anyways, so I looked around on Games Workshop, saw the little minis for Lord of the Rings. I was like, cool, and I kind of wanted to get into it, but prices. I didn't have a lot of money at the time. Don't even have a lot of money now, but after that, I looked on their store locator. Found that there was a hobby shop like far off somewhere near where I lived at the time, and eventually, months later, I saw some pics on Warhammer Fantasy in 40k, and I was like, wow, this looks actually cool. And I was talking with a friend, and I just asked him, what looks cooler, Fantasy or 40k? And at the time, Lord of the Rings, big ass fantasy battles. What the hell? Fantasy looked pretty neat at the time, so yeah, I kind of got into this fantasy little kind of, I guess, liking to it, looking into the game and whatever. But eventually settled on 40k. I don't know what it was, but I guess it was just the Chaos Marines actually that really got me into the game and stuff. I've got a little of them left, of the ones I painted when I was a kid. Or, a couple years ago. I'm still a kid. But, got some here, ones with broken arms, and had to glue this arm back on. I guess it was broken in a move or something. This guy's, both of his shoulders are still loose. But yeah, I spent a lot of time on these guys, and I just bought them out of nowhere with the codex without the rulebook, so I had no idea how the hell to really construct them. So I was like, oh, cool looking pictures in the codex. I'm just gonna do it like that because it looks cool. But yeah, I just sort of did it my way. I didn't actually play any games because I couldn't afford the rulebook. Yeah, and eventually I got the Battle for Macragge starter set with the Space Marines and Tyranids. I painted most of the Space Marines, as you can see by here. Not my best paint job ever. I'm still pretty new at painting miniatures. I don't have any good brushes. All my paints are really old. Probably when a lot of Citadel paints were pretty cheap. Especially the primers. Goddamn, they used to be. Hell, I have a can over here from the olden days. It was $9. Right now, it's like 11 or something. I don't know off the top of my head. What else? So a couple years later, finally got back into it. I gave the Tyranids from the starter set to one of my friends who started the Tyranid army. At the time, I was okay with Space Marines, I guess. I didn't have money for a codex, and when I eventually did have some money, I wanted to add some variety to my gaming group. So I made a decision and picked out the Eldar Codex, by myself a box of Dire Avengers, and you know, discovered the hardships I would have to overcome playing Eldar. It's such a complicated force, but my force grew. I finally got a Farseer. The abilities for the Farseer are incredible. They make the Dire Avengers extremely resilient. It's been so many months since I've painted. My Dire Avengers look like shit, I know. Make fun of me. I don't really care. Yeah, from now on I'll probably do much more of a better job with my minis. I'm gonna try to get some more paints, some more brushes, obviously some more models. I'm thinking about making Space Wolves army. So yeah, if anyone can refer to me some like online shops where I can get cheap brushes, paints, and primer, that'd be great. I know I could get stuff at my Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever for cheap, so just, you know, name the paints and stuff that will work really well with the Citadel miniatures. Right now, I've been painting. I started painting my heavy weapons platform for the first time. I'm just working on a scheme. I really love the color teal and the color gray. I don't know if I could work any gray into this, but I was just messing around. As you can see, the bleach bone looks like shit on the little platform wings of this thing. My bleach bone is like from, Jesus, like 2004 or something. And so last time I opened it, everything was caked and dried, and I put some water in it to see if it would help it any better, but now it's just turned into this nasty wash that doesn't really give me a solid color. So I'm probably going to buy a new pot of that, and yeah, I'm just working with some color schemes with teal. My friend painted an Ulthway style Guardian. I really like it. I've always had the the Ulthway colors in mind, because I love just the straight black and then just bleach bone. It has a dark, sinister feel to it, and yeah. Let's see, Space Wolves. I don't know. Once I get enough money, maybe I'll buy a Battle Force and Codex. I started reading the Space Wolves Omnibus. I finished Space Wolf, the first book. It was amazing. I love the culture and just curiosity of the Space Wolves. I love the Viking-ness of that chapter. And what else? Monster Apocalypse. I hope to play a game this weekend or something. My friend and I are actually thinking of showcasing it to our local gaming store so they can start selling them, and maybe we can build a community in our small town of Hanford. Coffee. And yeah, My Big in Japan booster is supposed to be on its way, probably tomorrow, I hope. I don't know, I hope to get maybe an Uber Corp mini or something. And, yeah, nothing else really. That's it. Rice Ball, signing out.